Oscar BEVIS, IFL TV MTK Global, delighted to be joined by Levi Kinsiona. How are we, mate?
I'm good, man. I've been waiting for this chance for ages. It's like the boss levels. So start with Oscar, then I might get up to Umar, and then who knows, Cougar next.
You've completely mugged me off there. Using me as a stepping stone.
Nah. You're all good, man.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, you're sitting in your car at the moment. You're on a work break, I believe.
Yeah. I'm just on my work break. I've been wanting to obviously get this done, and this is the time you said you could do. So I thought, you know what? Let me take a break, have some quick food, and get this done.
Where are you working at the moment?
I'm currently a security guard at Asda. So it's quite chilled. I don't really do much, but like it is tiring when I'm trying to balance a full-time boxing career, university, and obviously work at the same time.
Yeah, we'll come on to all that. That's quite a mad collection of things to try and have a tunnel vision for. Security at Asda, right? I can't imagine anyone thinking that they could go in, come out, and they'll be faced with a professional boxer. I mean, if you're going to steal from a shop, don't steal from one where there's a boxer on the door.
It's quite mad because where I'm working, like, it's a little local village, innit? So everyone really knows each other. So, like, all the staff are getting to know me, adding me on Facebook and that, and seeing I'm a professional boxer. Then I get, like, randomers from the area adding me, and then they all come in. I can see them looking and talking, and you know what? I hardly ever get any thieves there, I can't lie. They must know.
They know deep down. Yeah, I was having a little look yesterday, actually, on our channel, like the dashboard. I searched your name, and this is your first IFL appearance. And a few people might know you from being around the Steel City Gym, around Sonny, around Charlie. But yeah, somehow you've managed to avoid us, or we've managed to avoid you.
Yeah, you've definitely managed to avoid me because Anto did promise me an IFL interview. So promised me one, but I'm finally here, finally made it somehow. But yeah, I'm gone from knowing as Sonny's friend to actually Levi now.
Sonny's friend, that's a bit harsh. But yeah, so I just want to talk about the pandemic situation, really, and where you are as a pro, sitting on a 7-1 record, but life as a small hall fighter, obviously, in the midst of all this, I mean, must have just been tough.
Yeah, do you know what? It's been difficult, but for me, I've been living my life as normal, obviously, working, training every day, still at university. And it's not any different from what I would have been doing now. It's probably a little bit easier because all my uni sessions are on Zoom. So I'm not having to actually attend uni lectures and seminars. I can do it on Zoom, and then I can go training straight from there, like straight into a Zoom lesson. From work, I work and I'm on Zoom at the same time most of the time. I can't lie. So I'm doing my uni work and I'm working at the same time. So for me, this pandemic hasn't been the worst thing. Like, I've had more training time, more time to recover, more rest time and everything. So it's been quite good for me. And obviously that's not the situation for everyone, and everyone's different. Everyone's taking it different. But I feel like if you haven't come out of this year and developed in any different types of way, shape or form, then you've done it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, people have definitely had time to hone new skills, perhaps, and I suppose for a professional boxer, hone their craft. I just want to talk about the university thing, right? Because as much as you want to back up for your plan, a lot of people might look and go, if he considers his professional career seriously, perhaps, and he thinks he's going to go far, why is he doing the university?
Yeah, like, I've been doing the university for a while. I've dropped out of university, come back in. So I originally started at University of Derby. This is as an amateur. And then I started taking boxing a little bit more seriously. And then I was living at Derby at the minute at that time. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to take it seriously and move back to Sheffield, start university over here, like jump straight back to where I was there. But when I tried transferring my course, they said I couldn't do that. I had to start again. So I thought I actually wanted to finish my course. I started again, moved back from Derby to Sheffield. This is while I was still at Steel City Gym. And then, yeah, I'm still at uni now, getting it cracking, and I can't wait to finish next year.
What's your course?
I do sports development and coaching.
All right, so there is a potential link for the future. It's not like you're just going out there and doing like food tech or something.
No.
I mean,
like,
there is a plan.
Everything in my life is pre-planned, I think. Like, everything comes together, everything's linked. So the reason I'm doing sports, like, I'm thinking about doing a master's after this in sports management, and obviously linking that with the boxing. And I wouldn't just jump into something half-heartedly without knowing where I'm going to end up.
Yeah, and I suppose that's a good thing because we see all too much boxers who retire and they might be sitting on money, but it's not been spent as wisely as it could, or the
Mhm.
decisions they've made have left them in a bad place mentally. So, although you're only at the start of your career, having that plan for yourself can
Yeah,
only be a
definitely.
positive.
Like I feel like this pandemic year especially has helped me plan every little detail of where I wanted to go, of what I want to do with my university and my boxing. And in between that, I was quite bored. So the security works only just started during this pandemic. I thought, you know what, I'm bored. I'm not really fighting. Obviously, I need to make money. So what can I do? And a lot of my family, we have got our security badge and we are starting a security management company. So I thought, yeah, that's the best way to go. So I jumped into that and I'm earning money while I'm training and it's keeping me afloat.
You must never have any free time. I just want to talk about your first defeat, because you suffered your first defeat 2 fights back, and although you did get to return to winning ways as such, is it like double frustrating because you can't put it to the back of your mind as much as you would have liked? Like you would want to be 11-1, 12-1 now.
Yeah, like my first defeat hit me heavy, you know, because I was going through it like that. That opponent, I got that opponent literally within like the last 2 3 days. I had to change their opponent because my original opponent, what's his Nathan Hardy, got knocked out like the week before. So obviously we had to find me a quick change of opponent, and he was down as a welterweight or a super welterweight. And I thought, you know what, forget it, I'll take it. He was 2-1, coming in with a winning record himself, so I knew it was going to be a tough fight. But I thought he's a bit heavier than me. I'll still take the fight, and obviously, if I come out on top, I come out on top, and it'll be a great learning fight. And during the process of the fight, felt like I was winning the fight. I was dominating, and in the 6th round, I hurt him. And Grant Smith was telling me, "All right, you've hurt him. Don't go out there in the 7th round and try to get him out of there." But being the macho man that I thought I was, I thought, yeah, in the 7th round, I'm going to go out there, take him out, obviously, give the crowd the fight that they wanted to see. And I got caught with a stupid shot. That was it. There's nothing more concerning. I've said to him straight after the fight, I messaged him after saying well done and whatnot. And I'd love to have the rematch down a lighter weight. And obviously, that's not come around.
I mean, you talk about how tough it was mentally. Does it make it tougher because of what you just told me? The fact that not that you weren't beaten by the better man, but it was your own fault. You lost the fight as opposed to him winning the fight. Obviously, he did get the win, but you lost it for yourself.
Yeah.
Is that where the mental struggle came from?
Yeah, that was hard because like there was a lot. The gym that I was at, Steel City Gym, it's obviously great fighters there. Dalton, Sonny, Charlie, and they're all doing big things in the sport. And it's like I felt like I let the side down just by not doing what I was told to do. So obviously that played a lot on my mind. But just for me, just not going out there and showing what I can actually do and winning the fight my way, that was really, really hard.
Yeah. Well, look, got to look forward and see, like I said, a tough year. The fights that took place in this time, people are having to step into fights they normally wouldn't take. Sometimes at extremely short notice on a platform they haven't been on. Some people are having their first televised fight for a title. Do you know what I mean? Have none of them opportunities come up or come your way, Levi, at all?
So like, I've just going through the process of actually finding my right weight. So I'm boxing at lightweight now. Obviously, the defeat that I took was at welterweight. I'm not welterweight. I walk around at about 67, 68 kilos. So I was just being lazy, really. Now I've got a nutritionist, my strength and conditioner. I get all my meal preps done, and like I'm a big lightweight. I'm 6 foot, boxing at lightweight, and so I'm just waiting for them opportunities. We've had phone calls and stuff like that, and they've not been the right ones. Like during the pandemic last year, I think I got 4 phone calls, but they was all for welterweight, super welterweight, and I was like, I'm not putting myself in that situation when I know when I'm at the right weight, I can be a big problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's completely understandable. And I want to talk about your new management situation. You're managed by a certain white rhino, Mr. Dave Allen, which hopefully means opportunities will look up and become more prominent for you. Tell me a little bit about the relationship and how you came to know each other. But first, have you known him for a while, Dave?
So I've known Dave since about 2014. I boxed a good mutual friend of ours, Anthony Tomlinson, you may know.
Yeah,
We boxed each other in the Yorkshire finals of the novices, and it was just a massive tear up. Massive tear
there's
up.
footage
Like
of this.
everyone, I think there's footage of it somewhere. Everyone says that went to that fight, like how much a fight they've seen. I've known Dave since then. Dave sparred my older brother, who was professional, and like I've always just been around him and known him. And so the opportunity came up where I was thinking to change my management. I was with Steffi Ball, who did a lot for me, obviously, for the past 2 years. Get me all my fights and everything, boxing at Doncaster Dome, get me all the fans and the recognition that I need. And yeah, I just thought, I'm going to go for a change. And I want a platform and I want to have good fights. I want to have tough fights. And I don't want to be in the away corner. So I seen Dave was taking a step back from actually boxing and start managing and training kids. So I messaged him saying, what do you think about managing me? And everyone knows Dave's very, very straight up. If you think you're shit, he'll tell you shit. And he'll tell you that you're going to be in tough fights. And so he said to me, obviously he knows that I'm good enough. And like the fights aren't going to be easy to start with. But if I do perform, then I'll be the home corner. And I said, yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah, and as well as his knowledge of the sport and the fact that he's been in the sport recently, it's not like he's 60 and he fought 30 years ago. He only just
and he's a massive personality in the sport. Yeah. Like the top heavyweights, everybody knows them, but everybody knows Dave Allen. Like he's a massive name in the sport.
He exudes good energy, didn't he? Being around Dave, he's quite infectious.
He does.
Yeah,
he does. And he's not just my manager though. Like I honestly talk to Dave every other day. Like we just have random chats. So I do talk to my do classmate just as a friend. And like the things that he wants to do for the boxers that he is managing, a lot of other managers wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Have you tried to sort out a plan, or is it just get back into the swing of things? I know you've been training anyway, but if they can get you an opportunity, send it, take it.
We're working on an opportunity. Like we've put our name forward to Eddie for these shows that he's having. We'll put my name forward. Like there's fights that Eddie has said, yeah, that'd be great for TV. But then the boxers that are boxing, their coaches have been put to them. And I know that they've turned it down. And I know that for a fact. So it's not about, it really isn't about like, if we're going to get the opportunity. It is literally when we're going to get it. Because Eddie has said, he said to Dave, in these next 5 to 6 weeks, anyone pulls out, then I'm in. So you should be seeing me very, very soon.
Good stuff. And I suppose that's another bonus of Dave as well. Not many people have Eddie Hearn's number, and Dave's probably got him on speed dial. So,
I don't know if you've seen his Instagram today. He keeps sending him white rhinos every day now till he replies back to him and gets one of us on the show. That's
what you want, though. You want a manager who's a bit of a pain in the ass. But your training setup, you mentioned you moved from the Steel City gym, new team now, and I don't know, it must just feel like a fresh start, I suppose.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, because of everything, like at Steel City with the boys all boxing at such a high level and needing so much time to themselves, I felt like I needed a change in the scene. Obviously, I wasn't at the level they was at that time with Charlie, world titles, Dalton boxing, good 50-50 fights, Sonny boxing, great fights. And I felt like they needed a lot more time than I needed, but I still needed that time for my development. So I felt it'd just be right for me to move on and obviously work with a coach that can give me that one-to-one time. And during this pandemic, I've had such good working time and training with my coach and working on new things. And I feel like I've developed massively. I'm down at the gym, Steel City Gym, twice a week.
All right.
I'm still down there all the time. Just I do my strength and conditioning down there. So I see the boys all the time. And obviously, me and Sonny are best friends. I'm godfather to his son and stuff like that. And yeah, so I see them all the time. Nothing's changed. It's funny though, because like the week after I left, I got offered a fight, and it was only for being Dalton.
What?
And the week after I left, I got offered a fight to fight Dalton. But obviously not from Steel City. Obviously not from Steel City. They didn't know. But I was like, oh no, obviously that's literally like family. I only left the gym a week or so.
Wait, so hold on, wait. I want to delve into this a bit. So this offer had come from where? Because obviously people who like, I know you as a professional boxer in pictures. I've seen you in pictures of like Sonny and that. So I know you're close with them boys. So how has an offer come about that someone's put you and Dalton and matched that?
I have no idea. Obviously, I just get told, "Do you want to fight this person or that person?" And then that's what I got told, and I was like, "That's funny." Like if there was animosity between us, I'd 100% jumped on the fight. But like literally, we're very very close. We're a tight circle,
Yeah. I mean,
so
would you find
that
it
would never
hard to
happen
fight someone like,
ever.
obviously, I know you're not going to fight him, but would you find it hard to fight someone that is, because you know, people have fought and they said, like, we were friends, but business is business. Would you find it hard to fight someone you consider such a close friend?
I fought, like I said, I fought my friend Anthony. I fought one of my good friends, Darnell, in championships. I fought a lot of friends. Like Sheffield's tiny, so when it is championships, you're gonna fight someone, you know. And like I can kind of put it to one side, but just because of the amount of years me and Dalton have spent together, like we've always been around about the same way, helping each other out through championships. So it just be weird more than anything.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Right, enough of the housekeeping. Let's actually talk some names. Before we talk domestically, and I'm going to put this post over the top in case I explain it really, really badly. Chris Lovejoy and Dave got a bit of history, right? Chris is a £140 man as well.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
put, well, like I said, I'll put the post over, but he put an Instagram post saying he's going to bring his £140 man to the UK. Hector Madeira. Not, I don't know too much about him. I'm sure the UK fans don't either. But you said, look, if Dave and Chris do get something on, because we don't know if they will fight again, why can't you
Yeah.
take his £140 man on as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's get cracking. Like if they're talking the talk, let's do it. And if they really did want to like come back and get that on, I'd 100% be up for that. That kid's like what 7-0 with 6 knockouts or whatever. And I went through his box rack. I thought, you know what? Let me see who he's actually knocking out. And he's knocking out Mexicans that have been knocked out 24 times. Like the only stoppage that I've got on my record is Fonz Alexandra, and he's a very, very good journeyman, and no one really stops him. And I stopped him easy. And like that proves I can really punch when I'm down at the right weight. When I stopped him, I was down at that was my only fight at super lightweight, and the rest of my box a little bit heavier. But yeah, when I'm down at weight, mate, I can punch.
Yeah, well, Fonz is a tough, tough bloke. I've seen him at multiple shows. He seems to be everywhere. He's one of those tough, tough journeymen on the circuit. So he said that is a good stoppage win. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably something that isn't really likely to happen. But why not? I mean, if you and Dave can bash them
Who
boys up, so
knows?
be it. But otherwise, you must just be looking domestically.
Yeah, domestically, I'm looking at everyone from the top 20. Obviously, the top 5, top 6 with Maxi Hughes, probably world fringe, world level. But anyone apart from them, like I'm wanting to get on. And I've said to Dave, this year I want to get myself back out there, box on a matchroom card, and then after that I want to box for the English title and get myself in that domestic scene. Because you see them Americans, they are massive, massive lightweights, and you don't see big lightweights in Britain. And I feel like I'm a big, big lightweight, and I can cause some huge upsets in this weight division.
Yeah, well, my next question was going to be what sort of level do you think it will be at? Obviously, you could easily get trucked on a show like that and stuck in with one of the lightweight prospects like Akib Fiaz or Mark Chamberlain or something. But you're looking at titles, take it seriously. Like Gavin Gwynn just won the Commonwealth, one fight. Why can't you fight him? Sean
Yeah,
McComb's coming off a loss. He's got a bit of a name, but those sort of guys, like guys with standing.
yeah. Like I've been watching them fights, and I've been watching them fighters, and me and Akib Fiaz have shared a lot of rounds in sparring and stuff like that. I don't really know too much about Sean McComb, and I've seen Gavin Gwynny box one of my friends, Myra Mills. So I've seen him a few times, and I'd happily box Gavin Gwynn. Happily box him.
That's a tear up. That's a good fight. That.
Yeah, that'd be very good, and it'd be very good to stamp my name domestically.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, yeah, thanks for jumping on with me. I know, I mean, there's not really too much we can say about domestic guys because I suppose you can call here and call there. But like you said, there is something in the work. So fingers crossed, we'll see you on our screens on a mainstream show in the next couple of months.
Yeah, because don't forget, Kane Baker's fighting. Who's he fighting? What's his name?
Oh, one of
Yusuf
Billions boys.
Kamari.
Oh,
Yeah. And obviously, hopefully none of them do test positive, but if any of them do, I'd love to jump in that fight and fight whichever one of them.
I bet you would in Gibraltar.
And
I bet you would.
Yeah, and that goes for any lightweight. If anyone's lacking an opponent, like give me a call up if you're looking for a hard night.